Welcome to On the Mic with Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach, and you're listening to Business Basics. This podcast is dedicated to helping you grow your business. As you know, I am rebooting my podcast and decided to be transparent with you about my struggles as a podcaster from the beginning. In business, we experience ups and downs. It's all about finding our way. Of course, I thought about re-recording the episodes and cleaning them up a bit, but then I thought to myself, well, why not just show the people your progress? In business, we don't always get it right the first time around. In fact, it takes time. And by time, I mean years to get our footing. As you listen to the podcast, I want you to see the growth and know that nothing is impossible. I also want you to be comfortable with not being perfect. We strive for perfection in our businesses. The reality is, though, we'll make the mistakes. We're going to miss the mark. We can aim for that bullseye every single time, but there are external factors that affect the trajectory of that arrow. As you listen to the beginning, you are going to hear all the imperfections and mistakes because I want you to grow from them. I'm rounding out this season talking about the impact customer service has on your bottom line. One thing you want to be careful in business is ensuring you care about your customers because your customers are not responsible for financing your business. Take a listen. You're listening to On the Mic with Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach, and I'm back with another segment here on Business Basics. Listen, I've just been thinking back to some conversations I've had in the past with some people in business, and this one kind of struck me really, really hard and today for some reason, and I want to share with you in the hopes that you can learn from this. I recall a conversation where this stylist was telling me how she got a new client and the woman's scalp was so badly damaged because it was overprocessed. Here's what happened. The woman's previous stylist had her on a regular schedule. She had all of her clients on a schedule to where they were having their hair relaxed every 4 weeks. Now, if you know anything about hair care and relaxers, you know that's just too much. You ideally want to go 6-8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, not 4 weeks. You are going to overprocess not only the hair, but damage the scalp to the point that you'll probably burn the hair follicles in the scalp because of the chemical use every 4 weeks. This is the reason she did that. Because she was using client schedules such as the relaxers and things around her bills to pay her personal bills rather than caring about the health of her clients, as it came to hair care and their scalp and all of that stuff and building up a new client base. That's what she did. And so by the time she got to the new stylist, her scalp was so poorly damaged. It was burned. There was so much going on there. And she said, I believe I can get it back to health. I believe I can help her. But I just felt so bad. And it just really burned me up and irritated me as someone, as a professional, because you don't do that. We're independent. We basically have our own business. You don't do that to your clients just to pay your bills. You figure out how to get other clients and keep your calendar full so that you can take care of what you need to take care of, but not at the expense of your client. And that is so important. Your customers, yes, you have customers to bring in capital, money into your business, but it's not your customer's responsibility to finance your personal life and to pay your bills. That is not why you're in business, whether you are independent, you're entrepreneur, you're a stylist, you have your own business, or whatever the case may be, no matter what you're in, you don't put your needs above your customer in that regard. That's not good, because what ends up happening is you're hurting your customer and then you're going to lose your customer. And in this regard, she lost her client. So I can only imagine how many other clients did she lose? because she was more concerned about her income and her rotating her capital, make sure money was constantly coming in when it was time to pay her rent and pay her bills, versus really caring about the overall health and hair care of her clients. And you want to keep, you have to have a healthy balance between the two, but it's not your clients, your customers' responsibility to float you. You have to figure that out as a business owner. And if you cannot do that, you may want to reconsider what you're in business for. There are all kinds of ways that you can make sure you have streams of income coming in. You should always, yes, you want to take care of your current existing customers. You should always be getting new customers, but you should always be finding ways that you can get other income. If you are a hair care stylist, consider coming up with your own line of hair products that you can use and sell to your customers. What are some classes or some small little short classes you can sell to your customers, to your clients, that they can take to help maintain their hair in between appointments? There are things that you can do, but you've got to think and really, really get creative with it. Sell your own weave. That's big business. Partner with someone who does facials. Partner with someone who does styling, professional styling, who does stylists. And so somebody needs a makeover. They're getting hair, nails, facials, wardrobe, makeup, the shebang. You've got to think outside the box and come up with ways that you have multiple streams of income coming in. I talked with someone who is into fitness, and she was like, "Oh, I want to do group sessions instead of individual, because individuals are not high energy, is not boring, so on and so forth." And I said, "That's fine." I said, "But you always want to have multiple streams of income. You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot by only doing group sessions, because what happens when group sessions aren't bringing in enough? But you've got people who want to train one-on-one, and vice versa. So that you got to have a healthy balance between what you want and what you have going on, because at the end of the day, nothing is constantly consistent. There's always a different change. People are fickle, and you've got to maximize those waves when they come. So just a little something there for you. Thanks for listening to me, Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach. Really hope that you got something out of this session on business basics. And tune in for the next episode. In this episode, one of the things I noticed was how close I was to my microphone. You can hear every single breath I took. I can tell my mouth was probably touching the microphone, because there are times when I found that I sounded a little muffled. You don't need to be so close to the microphone to be clear or to get volume from your voice. Thanks for listening to this episode of Business Basics. I hope this season's episodes taught you something about podcasting, in addition to a few business fundamentals to help you define and strengthen your brand. Make sure you like and share the podcast. Spread the word about Business Basics. I really appreciate your support and your listening ear. If there are topics you'd like me to cover, or if you need a business coach, email me at info@globalmentorcoach.com. Again, thanks for tuning in with me, Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach. Remember to spread lots of love and light. Until next season.